Okay, what advice do you have for young people these days? Because I feel like a lot of young people are either becoming lazy, they're becoming soft. I feel like a lot of young people are soft. Considering that we come from, actually Igbos now, I'm just trying to be specific. Considering that we come from a generation of people that saw war and rebuilt their lives to what it is today, I feel like many of us are now soft. Any small thing, we're like, hey, our life is over. We feel like any small issue, everybody is frustrated, everybody is, discouraged. What do you advise young people? How do you advise them to, take charge of their lives, to make something for themselves, to be hardworking, to just be innovative? All those, let's say, principles that we came from, basically that spirit that we had, how do we keep it alive in the younger generation?
No, the spirit is still there. It is part of our nature. The only thing you will be talking about is making the environment suitable for them to operate.
Okay.
If you make Nigeria very comfortable for them, then they may not bring out that spirit. They say necessity is the mother of invention. So in a very harsh environment, that is even what promoted the Biafrans up till where they are today. Because they are not waiting for government to do anything for them. They are doing it for themselves. If you go to Biafra land, let me take the southeast for example. How many people can tell you that they drink government water? They go to government school. They go to government hospital.
They have government lights. It's true.
Even roads. Majority of them construct the road, especially leading to their various houses.
Yeah.
So, with that kind of situation, you will discover that the Biafran spirit, or even the Igbo spirit has been there. During slavery, anywhere there is revolt in the slave camp, go there. It is led by an Igbo man.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. Even if you search the YouTube, you can get a place where Ahmad Bello himself said, after independence, that they were not going to allow the Igbos to come and take over their civil service and others. That if you put an Igbo man in a labor camp, tomorrow he will become the leader. The leader of the camp. So he said that they would rather employ an expatriate in place of fellow Nigerians, Igbos. He said that. You can search the internet and you can get it.
I think I remember seeing that video. And he was speaking British English like that.
It's still available. It's still available on the net. You can search and get it.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp. In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too.
So that spirit is there. I can stay here now and tell you that most of the Igbos, if you don't allow them to fly in Nigeria, they'll go and fly abroad.
It's true. Go
to Britain, go to Canada,
even
go
if it means
to US.
Passing deserts, they will go.
When they get there, you will see them flying. You see them flying.
Yeah, so it's just to make the environment.
Many Igbos are making webs all over the world. But when they come to Nigeria, Nigeria will not allow them to exhibit their talent.
It's true.
They'll look for where it can be exhibited.
But even as Nigeria is not allowing them, if you think about it, especially when it comes to trade, when it comes to business, they're actually doing very well. And even amongst women, not just men.
Yes. Let me give you a typical example of why the Igbos are doing it.
But sorry, can you also tell us how Igbos now ended up doing trade now? How we are now known as Nabras? How did we get there?
Okay. It has been like that. It is about problem solving.
Yeah.
The Igbo man will find himself in a remote village in Sokoto or Medigri. and there is no doctor there. He comes back, starts from codeine, all those paracetamol and other things, and starts selling them along with provisions. Before you know it, he becomes a doctor. They start calling him doctor because
it's true.
He will now start buying medicine for malaria, buying medicine for this, because there's no doctor, there's no hospital, there's nothing. So
before you know it, you wear white. So
it's about problem solving. When they get to a place and they discover that there is no water, they don't mind sinking a borehole and start selling water. And don't be surprised that no matter how poor the environment is, if you solve their problem, they'll make you a millionaire.
It's true.
No matter how poor the environment is, if you can solve their problem, they'll compensate you by making you rich.
Yeah.
You'll make it. So, but that does not end there. Think of something like the automobile policy of Nigerian governments. For several years, they have been thinking of Nigerian-made vehicle, Nigerian automobile, Nigerian car. Then they said, okay, let's start from assembly. From assembly, we're now going to manufacturing. At the end of the day, government has no business in business.
Yeah.
But Innocent started as a single individual, did all he did. Even the first set of people that came to erect the factory for the manufacturing of Innocent vehicles, they were kidnapped. But that did not deter him. He now went ahead, and today we have Nigerian Nigerian vehicle. So that spirit is still there. But the issue is, did he not pass through attack and persecution?
Okay. Yeah.
Remember that when he had problem with GTB, they involved EFCC to say that he cut corners during Jonathan, that some of the things he imported, he didn't pay proper duty, etc., etc. That company would have gone under.
It's true.
But that spirit of resilience was still there.
Yeah.
I can count many businesses. A situation where your fellow Nigerian will not accept anything because it's coming from another section of the country.
Yeah.
Do you know that many West African countries import vehicles, Innocent vehicles?
Yes.
What about Nigeria?
It's true.
National Assembly. So if you are not encouraged, then even if you want to site your factory outside Nigeria,
yeah, it's true.
because I believe it's Hontus Quintus that said it. He said, make money by honest means if you can, but by all means, make money.
Yeah.
So your business is to make money.
Make money is true.
So if they cannot allow you to make it in Nigeria, if you can make it abroad,
you gotta make it, it's true.
Some people were accusing P2B that he was talking about moving Nigeria from consumption to production. They said he was an importer. Why was he not producing it? The simple answer is that P2B is just a businessman.
Exactly.
What is driving a businessman is profitability.
It's profits, yeah.
Your policy made importation more lucrative than manufacturing.
It's true.
And so, because he's somebody knowledgeable, has all the statistics, he can compare going into manufacturing and going into importation, which one is more profitable for him as an individual.
Yes.
But if you give him opportunity as a Nigerian, he will make trade with Nigerian business.
Yes.
He will know what he will do to make Nigeria more profitable.
It's true.
In the international arena than other countries. So
it's true.
He will know where we have comparative advantage and we will use it very well.
Yeah. So it's almost like as an individual, he's doing what is best for him.
What is best for him?
If he becomes president, he'll do what's best for him as a leader of a country.
There was one writer. He was writing by name Agua Banco in Renaissance, one newspaper that we were publishing in Enugu after the war, Renaissance. Agua Banco said that patriotism glorifies selfishness. Patriotism glorifies selfishness. He said, in his family, when they gather as a family, he'll be talking about himself.
Himself, it's true.
When they come to the village square, he'll be talking about his family.
It's true.
When they come to the local government, he'll be talking about his town.
Village. It's true.
When they now comes to the state, he'll be talking about his local government. He comes to Nigeria, he'll be talking about his state.
Yeah.
When he goes outside Nigeria, he'll be talking about Nigeria.
It's true.
So
even if he goes outside Africa, he'll talk about Africa
or
true.
black man. If you are not selfish, you cannot be patriotic. That's his argument.
Yeah.
If you are not selfish, You cannot be patriotic. So if P2B is not selfish, he cannot be patriotic.
It's true.
So when he was operating as an individual, he was looking for what was best for him.
For him, yes.
Even though in terms of philanthropy, he does.
Yes.
Does it
Do you know that's
well.
one part that many people forget? People are always saying he's very stingy, and he's not actually stingy. He doesn't waste his money.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't waste money.
He's not stingy. And because he's not stingy, but that's just political gimmicks. Is it because Mbaka just came up with that word and people now think that he's stingy? P2B is not stingy. But the only thing is that he wants the best for less.
Yes.
He wants to achieve results and make greater impact on the society than on an individual.
Yes.
He will do something that will benefit many people than to do something that will benefit an individual.
It's true.
That's his policy. And he's somebody that even if you are on top of his head and you shout from here to tomorrow, you cannot change his policy.
I know the way he even talks. He talks soft-spoken, but he's not a soft person.
He's a wise person.
Yeah.
And a wise person, wisdom includes knowing when to be tough and when to be soft.
It's true.
It's a wise person. So that's a P2B for you. I believe that God will use him to lay foundation for Nigeria. Yeah. Even if it is because of his wisdom, many problems that we have, we think they are not insoluble. He can solve them. Yeah. Even if you are talking about restructuring, every person has this idea of how to restructure Nigeria. Yeah. But our problem is the constitution. Yes. But that constitution is an act of parliament. Yes. So the whole constitution is just an appendix to an act. Okay. Or an act or a decree. So it's actually an appendix to a decree. Okay. So all you need to do is to change the entire constitution. We agree on a new constitution, and then go to that decree, amend it, and let it be an appendix to that decree. You are changing the appendix, so attach it to that decree. So it will be like amendment of a decree, and not like amendment of a constitution. Yeah, I think we really need to do that because Nigeria is supposed to be greater, and that one I know it in my spirit. We're supposed to be much more than what we are now, but it's almost like devil just came to set hand. It will be coming out is not just for the sake of liberating. Or how do I put it now? Bringing the Igbo man to his past glory. No, it's bringing Nigeria to its glory. Number one, the black race will be liberated. It's true. Don't be surprised that the West, anytime the West is clapping for you, you are not doing well.
Actually, it's true.
Because he will drive the black race to the level where the white man will be envious because African resources are the things sustaining the Western world. Let me say the whole world because even East China and so on, most of the resources come from Africa. So when you now use those resources to trade, to bargain, and they know that you are now standing on your feet, challenging
you're
them.
Not leaving it for them.
They will not like you. So I'm not saying that the West will be clapping for P2B. No, they will not clap for him when he starts. But I believe that the whole of black race or Africa is groaning, waiting for the manifestation of people like P2B.
It's true. It's true. Why does it seem as if there is a spirit, a negative spirit that is following black man? Because I don't know, anywhere the black man is in the world, it's almost like there's this negativity that follows them. Can you talk briefly on it? Is there anything that you think?
That one is spiritual. That's, if you ask me, I would say it is spiritual. That means we have to go back to the Bible. Yeah. And Genesis in particular. Somebody said that the meaning of Genesis is Genesis. Go to the very beginning. So the Ham, Japheth, and Seth were the three sons of Noah. And then the black race, the first Antichrist, Nimrod, was a black man because he was the son of the Cush. Nimrod, son of Cush. And Cush is the father of the black race. he led the world to build the Tower of Babel.
Oh.
Cush. There are many other stories about him which I don't want to say here. But the fact remains that the black race had a curse. Because when they saw Noah, when he saw Noah naked, he made a public show of it. And because of that, the curse did not go to him directly, because whoever God has blessed, you cannot curse.
Of course, yeah.
When God blessed Noah, blessed his children. What he now did was to curse one of the sons of Ham, not him directly. So, for that reason, they believe that Africa is blessed with the resources, but not blessed with organizing to reap those resources. We have resources, but it's not going to be so, because we are now having the light. Christianity is raging in Africa. Very soon we'll be the one taking Christianity to the rest of the world. And when that happens, you will see that the black race will take its own position again, because this physical world is ruled from the spiritual realm, and then the kind of spirit we carry can manifest in the environment, can change the environment. In some quarters, they say that Africa is a black continent, or dark continent. Dark in the sense that if you talk in terms of occultism and others, the black man knows it very well. So, because
that's why we have A1.
But it's not strange. Why is it not strange? You can talk in terms of economics. You can talk in terms of, you see that each one has stages of development. The first world, I'm dividing the world into three epochs. The first epoch was the period of, or let's call them periods. The first period in human life, human history, was the period when the physical body was ruling the world. So people who ruled the world then were mighty men,
physical giants.
Physical giants. Then, after the reign of the physical giants, we came to the period of, I'm talking about spirit, soul, and body. We came to the period of the soul, where the mind was the ruling. So you now talk about the period when the mind is ruling, and that's when intellectuals. You have a lot of philosophers, you have a lot of inventors, and so on and so forth, ruling the world. But there is coming a time when the spirit will take over. So the body has ruled, the soul has ruled, the spirit will now rule. And when we enter into the era or the period of the spirit ruling this world, Africans might be
the head.
Why do I say so?
We are very spiritual.
Because we are very spiritual. And because the spiritual world rules the physical world, do you know that somebody can stay in America and send a missile? And because you are a spirit, you already know that it's coming. And you now offer a word and say, go back to it. And it goes back. Because you are using spiritual force. And you activate spiritual force by speaking. So if we get to that level, you will see that all those their ammunition, all those their weapons of mass destruction will not be equivalent to spiritual power. If you can have many examples.
Is that not how they said Corona will kill all of us and we'll be on the streets?
We have many examples in the Bible where spiritual forces, people with spiritual power, defeated the mighty armies.
They were even seeing soldiers that were not there.
Even Elisha said, the people that are with us are more than the people that are with them.
It's true.
How did he know? At the end of the day, was he not the one that arrested all of them? How did he arrest people who had weapons? So if we operate from the spiritual realm, you will get back to that glory. It is possible. Then let's talk about I've talked about the spiritual soul and body. Let's talk about the economic, in the economic corresponding to those three periods. In the first period of human development, you talked about extracting extractive industries from nature, harnessing resources from nature. The second stage, when the intellectuals started processing them, turning them into something else. Then the third stage is now the period of service, no longer the period of physical commodities and so on and so forth. This time around, service is the one ruling.
Yeah.
Any person that tells you that is Liver Brothers producing soap and so you can produce it at the background.
Exactly.
You can produce your own detergent or liquid wash and other things. So manufacturing is no longer extracting and then turning them into final products. That's no longer in vogue. What is in vogue now is we are in the service era. And if we are in the service era, there are many industries that have not even come up. That will come up very soon.
It's true.
And it is the people who are prepared for those kind of services.
And this thing, it actually makes so much sense that it's even tied to the spiritual, because right now, for you to sell a product, for you to give a service, it's all about your spirit. It's not about that service itself.
No.
Because I remember when I worked in the bank, at some point I was asking myself, what am I doing here? There's nothing I'm telling a client now that he has not heard before. What is my bank offering that no other bank has offered before? It was annoying me then. So it just felt to me like I was selling myself, basically. Like how well are you able to convince this person to bank with you? It wasn't about a percentage or interest, whatever. No, there's nothing you're giving that. In fact, we had banks giving better then. So
sometimes for you to even win a customer, you have to settle it in your bedroom.
It's true. You pray. It's true.
And then you already issuing decrees in the spiritual realm before going to meet the customer, and he is very favorably disposed towards you. Not because you have said anything you have not told him before.
It's true.
No, it's a reality about spiritual, the spirit, soul, and the body.
Yeah.
And that is simple. Of course, the Bible is very clear that man is triune in nature. We are spirits, we have a soul,
and we live in a body.
And you can even pick that from the very first, from the 2 chapters of the Bible. Because in Genesis chapter 1, it said, that chapter 1 verse 26, he said, let us make man in our own image. It was a proposal. Then the next verse 27, he said, so God made man in his own image. And God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. So man has already started existing. He's now said in 28, and God blessed them and gave them 5-fold ministry. He said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish it, subdue it, and have dominion. 5-fold ministry. If man was not existing, he won't give him that instruction.
It's true.
But you now come to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, he said, the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
And created Adam.
So you now say, what's the difference between the man God formed and the one he created in chapter 1? Because he created man in chapter 1, he's already existing. Then he said, the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. So if you study it very well, you will notice that the first one, he created man. He said that man was like him, which means he's a spirit.
It's true.
And he gave me instruction. He gave me assignment in verse 28. And that assignment is to be carried out in the physical realm. And spirits don't operate in the physical realm. So he has to form man, bring the man he has created, give him a body. So the first thing that existed was the man as a spirit. Then after he formed him, coated him with physical body. That one was the body. Because that one was not a creation. Create is to bring something into existence out of nothing. But to form means to use existing material
to form it. It's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
Then he said, at that point in time, man was a spirit
in a body,
no soul. The next thing that he breathed into his nostrils, the breath of life, man became a living soul. Now, before he became a living soul, was he a dead soul? No. You cannot say he's a dead soul because the Bible says that the body without a spirit is dead. But this one is a body with spirit, so it's not dead.
It's true.
Was he alive? No. Because he had not gotten life. So at what state was he? I don't know. All I know is that it was not a living soul. It was not a dead soul to anything. So until God breathed into his nostril the breath of life, but that one it becomes the soul was the last to be added. And what is that soul? Man became a conscious being.
Conscious, yes.
That living means conscious. That was when Adam now woke up and saw himself as an adult and became aware of his environment. But prior to that, Was he in a coma? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you can say so, because when people are unconscious, they are not dead, but they are not alive. Basically, they're not.
If you're choking him with any
Yes,
type of death,
he won't cry. It's true, but he's not dead.
He's not dead,
That
and
makes
he's not
sense.
alive.
Yeah.
So what is he?
It's true.
Maybe you will research into that. Maybe you
Maybe.
will research into that.
Yeah.
But all I know is that man is a spirit. He has a soul.
And lives in a body.
Let's put it the way it came. Man is a spirit. He lives in a body.
And he has a soul. Yeah. So, are people hearing it? Tap into your spiritual side, because we're entering the era of the spirits, okay?
We're entering the era of spirit.
Of spirits, yeah.
If you are not spiritual, a lot of things will.
You'll be left behind.
Things that should not happen to you
will happen to you. It's true. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. In fact, this conversation there, if we enter other parts, I'm sure we'll talk till night. And I always enjoy having conversations with you, because you know so much. You know a lot. Peter Bishop, come and collect my daddy and put.
Thank you.
Come and give him position somewhere, because you need people like this in your government. Seriously.
But he needs young people now.
Well, it's true.
I'm chasing 70.
It's true. Okay, you put it there to coach young people.
Unless that.
Yeah, if you can put it to, because you like teaching too. So yeah, you like coaching. So if you can put it there, you coach young people and we'll learn. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something from today's episode. Like I said, if you have questions for him, put them in the comment section, and I'll send the questions to him so that he can answer. And we might film another video about relationship, marriage, life. I'll let you guys know if that video is up as well. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.